Steve, are you okay?
On this week's episode, we talk about my pain. What, Scott? I was in the middle of doing the opening and you talked over me.
You do that every week now. You do it on purpose.
Am I in so much pain? Am I in pain this week?
You're in pain.
I am in pain. I have become more of a robot, ladies and gentlemen. And all surgeries are not the same.
Bionic.
All surgeries are not the same.
That is correct.
So, yeah, it sucks. It hurts. So you can watch this show or you can watch March 15th's show and look at the difference in my facial expressions. When I just move my leg like this, there's a big difference. So I am in 4 times more pain. I'm still got to take the narcotics. And I can't even joke about that because I'll probably send the drug agency to my house. What are you going to do with the drugs, Steve?
I'm sticking them in my butt.
Yeah. Where I need
my butt hurts,
and my hip and buttocks area is swollen 3 times more than it was on the last surgery.
Bummers.
So it's going to be a longer road for the soft tissue.
However, we do show you some cool things to nibble on.
Yeah, we found some of the food for homework. Although you'll have to make your own decisions after you see me eat them.
Because Steve's in pain, it might have affected his taste buds.
No, it did not affect that. So you could take that as reality. Reality. My eyes must be more green because I'm blue screening the center of my eyes more.
Exactly. So watch the show. Watch Steve wince and moan and cry and be a big baby, even though he's not a big baby.
And I forgot what else we talked about. We talked about food. We talked about something very exciting that just got announced.
Yep.
38 years in the making.
38
that nobody asked for. Scott talked about cats purring.
Yep. And dogs wagging their tails.
Okay, watch just read the whole thing then. Go ahead, read it.
Oh, I didn't do the rest of it.
You did. That's it.
No, there's more.
The whole thing. No,
watch the show, people.
You just told them the whole thing. You do this every week. You just tell them everything. You can't stop. You just want to tell them everything. Tell them everything. You just can't stop. Tell them everything. Tell them everything. You just can't stop.
He's in a time loop.
Tell them everything.
Oh,
you just can't stop. Tell them everything. Tell them everything. You just can't stop. Tell them everything. Tell them everything.
Thanks for watching, people.
Tell them everything. Tell them everything. You just can't stop. Whenever you're ready.
It's been recording since you said it was time. You were ready.
Welcome to the Don't Know Show. It's your time to unwind and leave your worries behind. This is a show being hosted by a robot, even more robot today than last week, and a human. So stick around and enjoy. And we're going to talk about what we've noticed has going on in the world today. I'm your host, the robot. I'm Steve.
And I'm your other host, the human, and I'm Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show, a podcast, a live Twitch stream, and a great, great happy Pappy Day.
Yeah, it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. So we're going to talk about what we've noticed going on in the world today. But before we do that,
don't forget, go down there, like, subscribe, share. Share it to people you don't even know. There's nothing wrong with that.
Sounds good to me. So we'll get into it in a bit. However, I am
you have
more
to talk
robot.
about the pictures behind us.
I am robot more than ever. So that's what I look like inside now.
Oh, I see. That is a robot.
That's what I look like inside.
Sure.
Well, at least the hip area.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure you didn't have anything done to your back or your shoulder. Or it was just
I did have stuff done to my chest.
Oh, okay.
My stomach.
So you got breast enhancements?
Yes, I did. You got the
Excellent.
dick enhancement last week, and I got the breast enhancement this week. I knew
Perfect.
You wanted to talk about your larger, your dick reduction because it was too big.
It was too big.
It was dragging you down. Literally.
Yeah, I just kept getting stuck in my pant leg.
Yeah, did you hear about that, Andrew? Scott got the dick reduction.
So anyway, and the picture behind me is my coonskin cap. I am now Daniel Boone.
You killed it? Made a hat out of it?
No.
Looks like you're feeding it there.
Sits there. Yeah, feeding him, of course.
Oh, that's mean.
Cute little booger, isn't it?
Kill him, fatten him up just to make a hat out of him.
Yeah, well, it has to be big enough for my big fat head, Steve. Wait a minute. Your head's the big fat head. I got a normal size head.
Are you going to get a head reduction also? We already got one head reduction. Are you going to go for the other one?
What
is
a
that
concept.
all you can talk about is your dick reduction surgery?
Of course. I don't know anything else.
That's
Weirdo.
You're the one who
So,
did it.
anywho's, what do we got going on today besides Father's Day, besides you being bionic, and besides us having pictures behind us?
I am in pain, dude.
You're in
I am in
pain?
pain. Yeah. But I
Oh,
rebooted my phone and the the carrier hub processing request notification came up on my phone. Now, I searched it really quickly on Reddit, and it says, we're getting this notification on all our phones. We can't make calls or use text about 90% of the time. And we're on T-Mobile plan. Well, I'm on T-Mobile plan. So what the hell is going on this weekend that they're doing this? Meta, AI as your personal AI for whatever. Someone put a commercial in the middle of the thread. That's hilarious. I get this as well. I was looking for answers myself. Came across this webpage, maybe something along the lines of T-Mobile upgrading Sprint towers.
interesting.
So does that mean? Go ahead.
There's a new tower that they're building between my house and my shop, which is, they're only a mile apart. So half a mile from here is a brand new tower. And I am praying that it's an AT&T tower so my phone works better.
Yeah, that would help you. But think about that. I didn't even know that T-Mobile and Sprint merged a while ago.
Yes.
So does that mean all this time, even though they've been claiming they have coverage in the area, they really didn't? They had towers, but your phone couldn't use it?
Well, I'm AT&T.
Yeah, I know, but I'm T-Mobile because they
Yes.
merged in 2020. That's 5 years ago. And they merged on April 1st, which is even funnier. So that was the joke on us.
Right.
That nothing to do in the past. Sprint customers on T-Mobile. We have never ever Sprint had trouble with T-Mobile constantly having issues. Seriously, I don't know if this is true because this is Reddit, and who knows about
Right.
Reddit. But does that mean that my phone's going to work better now? That would be awesome.
Well,
it does.
It would be awesome.
But I didn't have any choice. It just popped up and it said it's doing it, and that was it. Not like, I stop, don't do it. No, it's doing
it. Yeah. Please don't make my phone better. I like it sucky.
Peach.net. Oh, there's some stuff from farther back here on how to stop. Carrier hub processing request, constant notification. And this one got it back in March.
All right. Now, Andrew's getting naughty. He wants us to try Virgins.
I wish we had it. I love Virgin. No towers here. The airline's even better. Have you ever? Hey, thanks, Jeannie. Have you ever flown Virgin Airlines, Andrew? That was a great airline. They used to have it between Vegas and LA, or not Vegas and LA, Vegas and San Jose when I was flying back and forth. And Virgin Airline was great. They had TVs. It was nice. They treated you nicer. The seats were a little bigger. Did you ever fly Virgin Airlines, Scott?
No.
Okay.
The majority of my flight was in through Apple Vacations, and they had their own planes.
Uh-huh.
And then I think I took a United trip to pick up a bus. Actually, I took two flights down to California.
Just on Apple, though, right?
No, I'm talking about business trips. I'm trying to remember what airlines they were.
Well, Apple Vacations, didn't they have their own?
They did, yeah. I don't know if they still do.
Yeah.
I know that once when we booked a trip to Mexico, we ended up flying Aeromexico, which was kind of cool because there were 6 people in a plane that holds 100.
That's nice. Well, Virgin Atlantic is still in business. However, they acquired Alaskan Airlines. So I don't know if that's probably the Alaskan Airlines that flies between here and LA now. No flights.
Right.
but they big in London. I know that. Flying from LAS, Las Vegas, to, let's try Chicago. Chicago O'Hare and Midway and Chicago
Rockford.
area airports.
Yep. They go to Rockford. Rockford, there's a big, huge Las Vegas Rockford connection.
Virgin Airlines goes to Rockford?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I thought you were talking about switch to a different company.
Search flights. I'd like to see the routes. Finding your flights. Could not find any results. Well, apparently they don't fly to Chicago. Let's ask them, where does Virgin Airlines, where?
So,
I am in so much pain from the surgery, though.
The last one you didn't have too much trouble.
No, last time was different. I'll tell you about that in a second.
1001.
What the hell is that not work? What is that?
I have no idea. I didn't do it. I can't see your screen. I can't read your mind. Oh, sorry.
Where does Virgin Atlantic fly?
Can't.
That's what I asked. Explore our destinations. Yeah, Flights to America from UK, our destinations. Explore Virgin Atlantic. Okay, yes, explore the Virgin Airlines. Yes. UK, India, Europe, where we fly. Okay. Oh, not that many places in the United States, but they still do Vegas to San Francisco, Vegas, Los Angeles, Vegas to Seattle. So those got to be all Alaskan Airline planes. No Virgin Airline planes. Then Toronto, New York, Boston, Washington, Atlanta, Orlando, Tampa, Miami, and then all the international. Edinburgh, Manchester, London, Dubai, Mumbai,
London Bridges falling
Delhi,
down.
Bangalore, the Maldives, Johannesburg, Cape Town, Lagos, Accra, then Antigua, Jamaica, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Barbados, and Grenada. Why is it St. Vincent and the Grenadines? And then Grenadines. Oh, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Oh, sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, the Grenadines are cherries in your refrigerator.
American not knowing shit. So, my hip replacement this time, everything was the same. Hospital, doctor, new anesthesiologist, new drug regimen after the surgery. So, they warned me. They said every surgery is different. Well, this one lived up to its hype. It's different. I am in 3 times more pain, and I'm not taking narcotics. And although I thought about it. Oh, man, I thought about it. And I am swollen. No, I'm in 4 times more pain. I'm swollen 3 times more than I was after the last surgery. So 4 times more pain. So it's hard to even get up and down. That's why I wanted to start getting up at 5 o'clock. I was sleeping, though. So because sleeping, when you're asleep, you're not in pain.
That's correct.
So that was good. But then didn't get up on time. And then had to go to the bathroom first. Because if I have to go to the bathroom and then try and go up the stairs, I will pee all over myself.
There you go.
So I'm going to get up. Well, when you get up and you have to pee, you shouldn't not pee and start doing
That's correct.
That's whether you just had surgery or not.
You know what's even stupider to do? Wake up, you got to pee, and then start drinking something before you pee. Then you're really screwed.
Well, you got to prime the pump.
Not by putting it in your mouth. It's already got to pee. It's in your bladder.
Got to prime the pump, baby. So, yeah, that's
Andrew wants you to feel better soon.
I hope I do, too. This is bad. I'm a psychopath.
Well, it's only day 3, right?
Yeah, this pain is putting about Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is day 4. The surgery is on Thursday. I got out of there same day. The nerve block wore off immediately. I was up and standing on it as soon as I was coherent. I put in half a mile. I put in 0.6 of a mile yesterday. About almost 0.6 of a mile yesterday, and I don't know what I put in today because I was just walking around malls and stores. So I didn't track it, but yeah, super painful.
Is Courtney visiting?
Super swollen. I didn't hear what you said.
Is Courtney visiting?
No, she will be later for Father's Day after she gets off work. She's coming over.
I could swear I heard dog in the background.
You did hear a dog in the background. She took Kaya to work, and we went over and picked up the little ones, Nala
Aha.
and Sadie. So you did hear a dog in the background.
See, I do listen.
Yeah, that's Sadie. Sadie likes to talk to everybody. She's weird.
Yes.
She is weird. So yeah, I am super crabby, and when people, I just ask simple things. I don't want to repeat it because I'm in so much pain. And when people don't understand me when I say something, super frustrated because
Yes.
I'm in pain. And I don't repeat it. And you know me. I say I'm an 80-20 guy. Most people are 20-80. They'll talk to you, get you going, get your attention, get you going on the conversation, bring you along on the journey, and then you might figure out what they're trying to say. Me, I'm like, just go do this. And they're like, what did you say? You said just go do this, and I don't know what you said. I said, just
Exactly.
go do it. Go get this. Go get that. This is what I do all the time. Just do this. I don't understand why you don't understand that. But most people don't because they only understand 20% of what you say. So if 80% of what you say is what you want them to do, that means they're only going to get 10% of what you want them to do.
That's right.
Kind of like the show.
Exactly. See, I knew sooner or later it would come to you.
Oh, it's come to me. I know it. But you've been my friend long enough to know that I'm a creature of habit and what I do.
Exactly. And you also know that my source for trying to make people feel better is humor. And the part that's sad is when you're in pain, sometimes humor doesn't go over so well.
Well, humor goes over really well. What you and I call humor are two different things.
Oh, I see. He had to get the zinger in because without the zinger, it's not Steve.
Whether I'm in pain or not.
Uh-oh.
I went shopping. I did my homework. Did you do your homework? Did you do your homework?
Look at the screen, Steve.
I'm looking down. I'm sorry. Hang on. Let me bring it back up. All right, you did. You got the cakesters. You know what's really good? And we're gonna get.
I don't know. I haven't opened it yet. I waited for the show.
No, I didn't know if not those, but you know what's really good? That surprised me. The Oreos ice cream sandwiches.
Well, why wouldn't they be?
Well, if you like ice cream sandwiches, but they're Oreos. The cookie could be sucky.
Do you remember what I told you about 6 months ago when we found something in the freezer section on sale and we tried it? It was so good, I bought 10 fucking boxes of them.
Oh, what was that?
Nestle's Toll House cookie sandwich,
Toll
ice
House
cream
cookie
sandwiches. Oh my God, are they good?
Yeah, that's crazy. Here's my homework.
Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch Kisses.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what that's like.
And they come in a package like this.
It says it's shareable. Oh, they're individually packaged?
I think there's 2 in here. Yes, there's 2. Goobers is trying to eat them.
Seriously?
I left the box on the thing. He jumped up here and grabbed the box and tried to pull it off.
Okay, so first impression.
Good job, Goobers.
First impression, Scott, when I opened the bag.
Yes.
Overwhelmed with fake cinnamon smell.
How could it be fake cinnamon? Cinnamon is like one of the cheapest, delicious, and good for you spices everywhere.
I have not had Cinnamon Toast Crunch in a long time. This is not a reclosable bag, even though it says it's shareable. I guess because it opens up like a bowl. Here's what they look like.
Okay.
A little rainbowy Hershey Kisses.
This is what this looks like.
Okay. Who's going first?
You are, because you're in pain. So if you eat chocolate, it's like an aphrodisiac, so then it'll give you endorphins and the pain will stop. Ooh, that's pretty.
This is the funny part. See how it's striped there?
Yep. Nothing on that side.
So are those fake stripes? Is poured over the top, maybe?
Probably.
All right, here we go. White chocolate. It does have crunch to it.
Aha. Barely hear it, but you can hear it. Now we just hear you smacking your lips.
It tastes like cereal is in there.
Ooh, here.
But
I should
it
let
tastes cinnamony.
Rocky.
Cinnamony. But
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I don't know. Hard to tell.
Okay. Well, while you're deciding that, I will take this. What do they call it again? They call it a
Cakester.
golden Oreo cakester. So basically, it's a golden Oreo cookie, but instead of a hard cookie, it's soft like cake. Kind of like pound cake, I'm guessing. Now let's find out what happens when I bite into it.
I bet you it tastes like the golden Oreo cookie. I like the golden Oreos.
It does taste like it's really good.
Is the cream the hard or soft cream?
Soft.
So
They're
it's not
both
the same
soft.
filling.
But
Interesting.
it does taste like that, but it almost reminds me of eating a cupcake. You know what I'm saying?
But it tastes like the Oreo cookie, the golden Oreo
Tastes
cookie.
just like a golden Oreo cookie without the crunch.
I like that.
It's really good.
Mine, I wouldn't go back and chase mine down. I like Hershey's chocolate.
Yeah.
Not too crazy about the Cakester.
Well, I'm definitely probably going to buy another box of these things before they're
Cinnamon
gone.
Toast Crunch. Okay. I also found these.
Jolly Rancher ropes.
I like the ropes. I'm not sure if I'm going to like the... Made me hungry. Yeah, of course. So the show's supposed to make you hungry. We make ourselves hungry. Okay, why are these openings hard to open?
I'm not exactly sure, Steve. But could it be
Okay,
because
they're alternated in there. Blue, red, blue, red.
That's interesting.
I'm not happy with the smell. The smell out of the bag just smells like sugar. Uh-oh. What are you doing? Did your bunny just unplug you? Your microphone just went out.
Really?
Yeah.
Better?
No, you're in and out.
All right.
Okay, this is not good. Better? Getting it out of the bag. No, you're way off in the distance. I'm gonna try the multi here. I like ropes. This almost has a hairspray type flavor to it. I don't know if it's because of the smell. The ropes don't come out of the bag. You have to completely destroy the bag to get them out.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Did Goobers try to eat the cord?
No, okay. I think what happened was when I tossed the box over there, it must have clipped the cord wire.
Yeah. All right, I ended up getting 3 out.
See, the biggest problem is
stuff stuck to me.
Although
the bag is trashed, so I can't reseal it.
It's one of the things that really irritates me about buying licorice bags, especially American licorice, which is one of my favorites. They don't make it so that the bags open and close properly. They just tear, and then you got to put them in a different bag, which is just annoying. I put them in a Ziploc bag. But
it smells like hairspray to me.
See, that's one of the things that has been your problem all your life.
This is terrible.
Even though everybody relies on their sense of smell in order to taste food, to you,
I don't have my sense of smell in order to taste food.
Your relying is like 10 times stronger than the normal person.
Oh,
so
God.
if it doesn't smell exactly like it should to you,
well, it shouldn't smell like hairspray. You ever go into a room when someone sprayed hairspray?
God, yes.
And you walk in, and you get that smell.
Yes.
I swear to God, that's what it smells like.
You know,
that's what it smells like to me.
Maybe they were spraying the hairspray on the bag to keep it from.
No, it's inside the bag. It wasn't until I opened the bag. Those are terrible. Those are absolutely terrible.
Which ones were they again? Jolly Rancher freeze dried.
Very light. This one actually has a reclosable bag. All right. Oh, wow. Not what I expected. It smells terrible. We had a Sicilian pizza, frozen pizza, yesterday.
Okay.
And when Peggy opened it up, it smelled like dog food.
Probably was.
It was awful. So now here's the weird part. They're loose in here. They're not open. Oh, this is like two stuck together.
Okay. So they kind of look almost like marshmallows.
Not really. They're more like crisp cereals. You know the blue not that word.
Yeah, can't
Blueberries.
use- Blueberries.
You ever have what's the one that's got all different colors? Berries. Help me out, Scott.
Are you talking about a candy or a cereal?
Cereal with different colored berries in it, like Frankenberry,
right?
blueberry. They had the little round, but the ones that had the round ones.
Well, all of them did it, like Cocoa, Count Chocolate guy.
Yeah, but that was all chocolate.
Yeah,
which is the one that had the multicolored berries. Was it Captain Chris with berries?
I'm Crunchberry. Jeannie's
Crunchberry.
got it. Crunchberry cereal.
Thank you. Okay.
Not one that I ever ate, but I recognized it when she said it or typed it. Is Stream Chat considering typing or chatting or talking?
Talking
Yes,
to them.
it's
That's what I
both.
consider it. Yeah. Totally Crunchberry. Good job, Jeannie. Okay. Here's why you might not like them. There's Crunchberries. See the Crunchberries?
Yes, Crunchberries.
See them? Let's see if I can get an image of a Crunchberry. Just the berry itself. That's the box. There.
Kinda,
that's what they look
sorta,
like.
yeah. Right.
That is exactly what these look like. Why is this not? Yeah. That's exactly what they look like.
Only bigger.
But bigger.
Right.
That's gone already. Jolly Ranchers are hard candy,
Yes.
and they last a little while.
Correct. Unless you are like the wise old owl in Tootsie Pops.
Yeah, you can't do a Jolly Rancher in 3. You can't bite through them. So you can bite through this, and the flavor releases rather quickly. Did I do a blue one already? Is the blue one the first one I did?
Well, because of the way the screen works, it's hard to tell.
Because the blue one I thought I put back because it didn't, because it green screened out. All right, this one's red.
Okay, right now you're sharing, so all we see is a little picture of your head.
Yeah, right. This is the
More
red
better.
one, but it's gone. You get a big burst of flavor, and it's gone. This one's gonna be killer. Oh, go.
So what flavor was that supposed to be? Lime?
Original green apple, blue raspberry, and watermelon. And
Okay.
it hits you fast. So I'm over 3 on those.
Okay. See, I like sour candies more than anything. That's what Susie and I eat.
Well,
like
I like sour candies too, but it's gone.
Yeah.
It's literally gone. It comes in, it hits you really hard, and it's gone. So you
Kinda
can
like
sit there,
a
eat the whole bag, and get how many calories? Okay, 110 calories per serving.
How many
7
servings per
pieces.
bag? 7
There's
pieces.
3
okay.
servings per bag, so it's 330 calories per container. So that's not too bad, but it's pretty much a puff sugar. Puff sugar.
Yeah.
Puff. I do not recommend. These are not robot approved. They're not robot recommended. They're not recommended by a robot.
Yeah, that
Obviously.
works because it's RR. Robot recommendation.
Wow. Yeah, those
0.
are
0 for 3.
those were
Hey,
terrible.
it really worked out.
But should we do our genuine positivity message?
Sure, why not?
Because we started late because I was sleeping.
Well,
to avoid the pain.
technically, we started on schedule, but we usually start 10 minutes early.
Yeah.
So, all right. A cat's purr or a dog's wagging tail lets you know they're happy. So if a man wiggles his butt while hugging a woman, she just might purr.
Okay. So 2 things.
3 things.
My surgery is on my butt, and I've been showing my butt to a lot of nurses.
There you go. But did you
And
wag
none-
it like a
and none
or
of
wiggle
them,
it?
and none of them purred.
Yeah, that's because you weren't wagging it.
How do you wag your butt?
You wiggle it. Wag, And have you ever seen a dog that has
I'm not
tail
doing.
crop?
So you can tell that I'm mentally not here, and that is because what do they call that? Twerking?
Twerking. Yep, twerking.
Okay, that's how you know that my brain is not working. Because I can't think of twerking. I know my brain's not working. I can't think of the word twerking. I can't
There
think
you
of
go.
twerking. Yeah.
Hey,
Wow.
did you notice anything kind of weird about my picture today?
That the raccoon was looking right at you, and you had a bowl of food out there, and the lights are on,
Well,
and it's your deck, and there's no
I'm not-
leaves on your deck.
I'm not pasty gray today.
Oh, not your picture.
I said about
So-
my picture.
Yeah. So again, the picture is the pictures behind us. We've been doing this show for how many years, Scott?
It's all part of the. All
When
right, I
is
should
it-
have said
when
the
is it
video.
ever-
Excuse me, the
When it-
video.
When has it ever changed?
It
Just
changes
now.
every show. Every single show we change.
Changes now on Father's Day, 6/15/2025. Scott now says he's a picture.
I'm a picture. No longer a human. We got a robot and a picture.
Yes. So that'll be the opening on the new show, and I will freeze Scott's image at some point, and then just say, and Scott is a picture.
So, anywho's,
That was me moving my leg. Did you see that pain in my face?
yesterday I had a Brewers game with the bus,
Nice.
and before I left, I checked the weather, and it said the high temperature was going to be 61 degrees, and by the end of the game, it was going to be down in the mid 50s.
You guys are
Okay.
still freezing? We're in the hundreds. Holy crap.
So I wore jeans and a long sleeve polo shirt.
And when
Okay.
you got there, it
When
said,
I got there,
this is the
it
weather
was
for-
71 freaking degrees, and it was sunny and hot as hell.
when you got there, you realized that you got the weather for Green Bay, not
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
So then
You went-
I
'cause
was
you went by
wearing
the
a
sports
hat
venue.
because, I
Yeah, skin
haven't
cancer.
been out in the sun, but I ended up getting a bit of a tan. And then today was the first day we actually got in the pool that we finally got up.
Yeah, I'm just going to bring that up. That's very good. You're reading my mind, which you have to at this point because I am in pain.
Yes.
And that's just weird. But you got in the pool today, first time?
Yep.
After
45
setting
minutes.
it up, really?
Yep.
What was the temperature of the water?
73.
Oh,
no,
that's
7.
not bad.
Yeah. It's a little chilly,
Yeah, I know it's different, but for just putting it up and the weather's been cold, that's not bad
Yes.
because it gets cold
No.
overnight.
Yeah.
What does your pool
yeah.
temperature get up to?
Peak of the summer, 72, 74, or excuse me, 82, 84
Say.
during the hot part of the summer.
And how does that feel when you jump into it? Still cold or does it feel refreshing?
Feels refreshing.
Because of
Right.
the humidity, it's hard to tell. Here it's different.
Yes. Now, like at night when I go in the hot tub is at 104 degrees. Okay.
Yeah.
So I go outside. It's
Get
even,
hot tub first.
Yep. You get in the hot tub when it's, let's say the air temperature is 45 degrees, right?
Yeah, that's the best
So-
time to do it.
You take the robe off and you get the little goosey bumps because it's chilly out there. You go to
Right.
get in the hot tub. It's like, holy shit, is this hot? And then you're only in it for 20 seconds.
15
Like,
minutes.
oh, this is so nice. Oh,
Yeah, but the best part is you can get out of it and,
Yeah.
and literally
You don't
jump
feel the
into the
cold.
snow.
Yep.
You can literally jump into the snow. And you're that way for about 5 minutes? Does it last that long? Maybe less.
Yeah.
Depends on how well your body works as
It also depends on if there's
radiator.
wind. If the higher the wind, the faster you lose it.
Yeah, because your body's a radiator.
Yep.
And a radiator works by passing air past it and pulling the heat off
Yep.
you. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I was going to ask you about the pool. That was the next thing I was going to ask you about. That's very, very cool.
Yeah, it was very nice. And Susie found a new chair. I should have taken a picture of it for you guys. A new floating chair, and I tried it out. And it was very comfortable.
Nice. What
I
is it that
hate
makes it so
laying
cool?
flat back. I like having it up so I can look around. I don't, Susie
Right, so
likes.
what makes it so cool? Well, if you lay flat back, you're more in the water, which is good when it's cold.
Yeah,
When the water's warm and the wind's blowing. But
but
is it a lawn chair and the foam around it?
no.
I've seen those. Have you seen those?
Yes, this is one of these chairs that they call it a river chair or something. River. Anyway, you can hook. It's set up. Comes with cable, so you can hook onto other. I have like 6 chairs and go as a group. So we just picked it up today when we were at Walmart. I was doing the usual stuff that we need to pick up that the pig doesn't carry. And I get to the front and she comes up with this box and says, "Look what I found. I think you'll like this." And I look at it and says, "Oh, it does look pretty good." And it's definitely a lot sturdier than the one I had before.
At Walmart?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Walmart sucks. I agree with you right now. The Walmart lady has lost it. She made all the money off the Americans, and now she's backing the Chinese. So she wants her money from China. So
well,
that sucks.
it's one of the things that irritated me about them when they used to be made in USA and they switched to made in China because they were able to get everything 50% cheaper.
Okay,
which is why Kmart went out of business.
Yep. So they're on their way out, which I'm happy about and sad about. Although they've got their online stuff where they're selling everything and anything from anybody, so they might stick around for a while. Is that it there, the first one?
It looks right, yeah.
So these are all river chair floats. So
yes, but if you notice, let's see if you get a better picture there. Yeah, that's the guy that's on the picture on the box, but that's not quite the same box.
Oh, these are just.
But yeah, that's
they don't have images of the box.
There's cool things about it.
Which is weird. You would think that you would put a picture of the box, so when you go to the store,
right,
you can also pick it up as opposed to just ordering it online.
Stay where it is. Don't change it. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Now, if you look at the very end of the arms, you can see the 2 cup holders or beer can holders or soda can holders, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, on my version, if you go 6 inches towards the head, there's also handles to help you get in and out of it. It's heavy duty. I was really impressed. This one doesn't have it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of surprised. There's a possibility, and that's cheaper. So maybe the next one up.
It doesn't say.
Yeah, because mine was $20-some odd.
It is river, right?
I won't. Yeah. I think that's what it said.
So now I'm searching Walmart. That I know where they're at. Ooh, look at that one. Look at that one. It's got a cooler in the center.
Right.
There's not a tube with a back on it, right?
But that one's $70. So yeah, we didn't go that crazy.
Yeah, but that's 2 people.
Oh no, that's not it.
River Run.
There's the double. Yeah, that's it right there. That is the correct one. Yep. Yeah, see the handles, and it's got the cup holders, and it's got the hooky things. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's got a little thing you can join it together right there, even. Not
yes.
Just tie it to it. Oh, that's cool. There it is.
It's cool. It is cool.
Yeah, connect them together.
But yeah, and I think it only has the 1 cup holder on the right side, but it has this extra stuff.
Yes, just 1.
Yep, that's it.
No cup holder. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Pretty cool.
One guy's rope goes there, and then the other guy got the receiver.
Yep.
So that's the guy, same actor, just different pose.
Yes.
See, that one's got 2 ropes, which is not accurate.
Yeah, Andrew wants to know if he could have the girl.
Come on over. We'll find her for you. Yeah. She could be bought, apparently.
Exactly.
So That's awesome. So pool
Totally
season
radical.
I should be able to get into pool in 4 to 6 weeks. As soon as my incision heals, then I can submerge it. And then I will be going to the pool.
So you
Very
have to
excited.
wait 4 to 6 weeks to take a shower too?
No, I have a Band-Aid on it. I
Okay.
can't sit there and just soak it, but it
Right.
seals the whole thing. So there are like butterfly tape across the
Right.
outside. It's glued. Then it's butterfly taped. Then there's a big patch over the side of it.
How
Would that
often do
be
you have to
considered
change it?
nudity if I showed it?
I don't know.
Probably, right?
Yeah, they get weird about certain things, I guess. So,
Um,
but do you have to change it frequently?
no, I will not change it. It'll stay on for 2 weeks. Then when I go to Viet in 2 weeks, he will take that off and take the butterflies off and then put new butterflies on. I will just have the butterflies, and the new butterflies will just fall off naturally over the next 2 weeks.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah.
So, yeah, because, the only surgery I've had besides my tonsillectomy, which is nothing, was my appendectomy. And that
That
was
was
a
a long
weird
time
feeling.
ago.
A very long time ago.
And it's
Technology's got it
changed.
right
Yeah, it's
so
changed
much.
so much.
Because I remember when they took the stitches out, you could still
feel
feel it. It felt
Yeah,
like
feel the
like
thread pulling
wormy.
through you.
And like, oh my God, I'm going to throw up. He says, no, you won't.
Yeah, I split my chin open. I could feel them remove them. I
Yep.
had 5 stitches. See that? I had 5 stitches.
Yeah.
They only removed 4 of them. I got home, and my dad goes, they left a stitch in. I go, what? They knew I had 5 stitches. He goes, yeah, let me get that. He takes the scissors, cuts it, grabs the tweezers, and pulls it out. And I felt that too. And I was like, wow.
You betcha. Good night, Andrew. Thanks for showing up tonight. Get some sleep.
Yep. Have a good nap.
Yeah, technically it's early morning for him.
Yep. Have a good, it's 4 o'clock in the morning there. So that's cool. My son is on his way home
in bed.
from Midway Airport. He was in
Midway.
Chicago.
Oh, God, that airport sucks so bad.
Well, he flew into Milwaukee.
Ooh, you should have stopped by.
He was with my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law picked him up who lives in McHenry.
Yeah.
Then my other
Again, you should have stopped by. It's on the way.
Yep, and my other brother-in-law dropped him off. He's at Midway today.
Cool.
So that's good. Thanks, John. Thanks, Jim. You got to see the
Thank
family,
you.
which was good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh,
very, very cool. Well,
it was Armed Forces Day at the ballpark, and they had a flight of 5 Army helicopters in formation.
Oh, that must have been cool. Were they Black Hawk
You should have seen
helicopters?
everybody in the parking lot going, wow! Everyone's getting their phones out going, wow!
Were they Black Hawk helicopters?
Yes.
Yeah, those things are cool. Yeah.
They
Okay,
are cool.
so we got to take the Boy Scouts back when the Boy Scouts were Boy Scouts before
Yes.
the Mormon Church decided to stop doing it. And we got to go to Nellis Air Force Base, and actually go. And we didn't go up in the air in them. We had to go
Right.
into them, climb
Yes.
into them. That back area, after you get past the pilots, is
Yep.
completely empty and open.
Yes.
It's more like a cargo hatch opening than like a helicopter, like you think with chairs or anything like that. There are no chairs.
Right.
These guys sit on the floor, and they strap in with a place they can hook on.
That's
But
correct.
the pilot and the co-pilot are only 2 that have chairs.
There
Those
cannot
things
be
were
anything
amazing.
in their way to impede them from exiting the vehicle.
Those things were amazing.
Yep.
They were super cool. Got to see the gun turret on it that follows the pilot's eyes.
Yeah.
Not just the helmet, but the pilot's eyes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Technology is so much different.
yeah, pretty cool. But
Totally
yeah, those are-
radical, for sure.
So let's skip the next subject.
Oh, yeah, we're running out of time already.
Since we're talking military, we'll come back to the next subject.
Okay.
But since we're talking military, from the file of
Duh.
what do you call a new technology that can transport a torpedo underwater? This is a new technology that they unveiled. Let me show you a picture of it, and then you tell me
Okay, wait a minute. They're transporting this, or it's being fired and doing its
No,
thing?
this vehicle transports torpedoes.
Okay.
Okay, this is a vehicle made. This is a autonomous vehicle that read it. A new era of autonomous undersea dominance. So that vehicle right there transports a torpedo.
Okay. So does it transport it, like, let's say, to a submarine so it doesn't have to come up and it could be reloaded underwater where
That
it's
would
safer?
be cool.
But no, right?
These things go off and then launch the torpedoes, and the torpedoes go.
So it's a torpedo drone.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Why don't they just? That looks like a torpedo. Why don't they just make the torpedo bigger, add the extra fuel it needs and the extra electronic it needs, and let it go? Why do you need a vehicle for a torpedo? I mean, yes, to get it there, but
Right.
why not just make the torpedo autonomous and add the fuel and whatever you need?
Good question, Steve. I'm not in that line of work.
Well, this is why I call it the they didn't do a good job of explaining it.
No.
The file of duh.
So my thing about being able to reload underwater is awesome, although it's not very practical because
that's where torpedoes are that's where the submarines are subject to attack. There's a better way to say that.
Yes. Anytime
What's a better way to say that?
Well, the way you said it was perfect.
Attack. No, there's a better way to say subject to attack. Vulnerable. Thank you.
Vulnerable to attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime they're on the surface, they're vulnerable. Not that they're not vulnerable underneath, because there's such things as depth charges and planes can see things. Yeah. So, but it's much safer underwater.
Yeah. But yeah, kind of cool, right?
Yep.
So they made a torpedo to carry a torpedo. Duh.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I could see another benefit to it. Let's say you fire a spread of 4 torpedoes at a target, and the first 1 or 2 does the job. Oh no, because once they're fired, they're never mind. I was going to say
it reclaims them. It recalls them and puts them back in there. Just can't recall them to a submarine.
Right.
But maybe they're small enough where it's harder to find.
Good question. Because I have not kept up with modern military warfare. I'm assuming they came up with a way to put chaff in the water for torpedoes, just like airplanes do when they're being shot at with missiles.
And they hit that instead of.
Exactly. So I'm assuming that has been figured out. Because
basically, what happens when you assume?
Yes, you make an ass out of you and me.
Oh boy.
So, but anyway, that's my thunk.
Did you see the big announcement that just came out Thursday or Friday?
The one about the pool was up and we can go in it this weekend, which we did?
No, the one about the movie that's...
yes,
20,
and I know something really cool about it.
And that nobody asked for the sequel?
I did not know nobody asked for the sequel.
Nobody asked for the sequel. That's how they're advertising it. The sequel that nobody asked for. Uh-oh.
It froze up.
Of course it did.
Well, what I get a kick out of is Mel Brooks is planning on reprising his role.
That's yogurt. I could have copied. I gotta watch a commercial.
For over 25 years, Love.
Oh, couch. You want a couch? Oh, this is Love Sack. Oh, that does not work like that. You don't put the arm on and it changes color. That's false advertising. We could sue him for that. 30 years ago.
38 years ago.
You know the music, so So it is the music. A prequel trilogy, a sequel trilogy, a sequel to the prequel, a prequel to the sequel, countless TV spin-offs, a movie spin-off, which is a TV spin-off, which is both a prequel and a sequel. Not to mention 2 Dunes, 7 Jurassic Parks, 2 Avatars plus 3 upcoming Avatars, making 5 Avatars, 36 MCU movies with 2 different Robert Downey Jr.'s, a DCU attempt number 1, a DCU attempt number 2, an animated Lion King, a live-action animated Lion King, a live-action animated Lion King prequel, 8 Harry Potter movies, a TV series making the same 8 Harry Potter movies, a whole streaming service of Star Trek, 7 Alien movies, 2 of which were also Predator movies, not to mention the 6 Predator movies that are not also Alien movies, 1 Prometheus, which is kind of an Alien movie, and 4 Beatles movies, and Oppenheimer.
But there's only been one Spaceballs.
But in 38 years.
Although one thing they did miss, there's also live action How to Train Your Dragon, which looks really interesting.
There he is. Here's Mel.
We asked, what do the fans want? But instead, we're making this movie.
127.
May the Schwartz be with you.
I'm glad Mel Brooks has something to do with it.
Yes, he's awesome. He's 98 years old, I think.
Yeah, that's so cool, though, that he has something to do with it. So it's going to be a terrible movie, unless they actually wrote something instead of just wanting to do this.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm thinking the potential is there to still be a funny-ass movie.
Oh, yeah, the potential's still there, but it's going to be weird.
Yep. So, anyway, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so you saw that announcement?
Yes.
And you didn't add it to the show subjects?
No, I did not, because it was in between stuff. I was in a siege day, remember?
You're in a siege day. Here we go. Lineage 2 for all you Twitch people. Scott will now take over the rest of the show and tell us about how strong he is now and how good he does in sieges. Take it away, Scott Thomas.
Well, that would be an incorrect statement, Steve, because even though I managed to progress another level over the weekend, I still am a one-shot to the bad guys. So they cannot even use me at this point on the siege. However, I listened to learn stuff.
Didn't you get to be used on the siege? Where you could stand in a room and tell people when people flashed in?
Yes,
and then
but
get killed?
they have stronger people now that can do that and also stop the guy from claiming, it's called casting on the throne.
Yeah.
So these guys, if I go in there, I could say, okay, so-and-so's here, I'm dead. That's all I can do. They can say, so-and-so's here, we killed him. It's like, okay, see.
So how far away in time, not money, we'll cut to the money in a second, but how far away in time are you to get to that level? How much would you have to play?
Well, here's the problem. It is all about the money, because in order for me at my level, if I had better gear, which cost money,
you can't get gear by playing the game. You can't earn money in the game.
I have 285 billion Adena.
Okay.
It's a lot of Adena, right? It means nothing.
No, it's
one
it's like credit card points.
Is a trillion Adena.
It's like credit card points.
Yep.
I have 100 million miles. Oh, where can you fly to? I could fly from Las Vegas to Las Vegas.
Yeah. Take a trip around the airport.
Go from one airport to another airport in Las Vegas. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I get it. So answer the question.
It's not feasible because
you've been playing for how many years?
16.
Okay, so 16 years. If you played for another 16 years and doubled your money, would you have enough?
See, the problem is the guys who are strong keep getting stronger too.
Not what I asked.
I realize
they'll have 16 years on you. They could pay in 1 week and get there. How long would you have to play the game to get to the next level? 16 years to get to that level?
Actually, I'm going to say more like 10.
Okay,
only
so
because
it's
I
less.
am now making a Adena in the game. Before I got to this point, I was making $1 billion Adena in 2 weeks. I am now making 15 billion a week.
Okay. So now let's get to the next. So 10 years.
Right.
Or how much cash?
50K.
$50,000?
Yes.
50,000.
Yes.
$25,000 a year. The difference. 10 years.
10 years or 50,000 would be $5,000 a year.
5 times 10? Oh, yeah. So, see? Drugs,
Stop,
dude. Or
stop
lack of drugs.
yeah. And I'm not even on narcotics. I'm just like this.
Pain has me short. Well, no, the pain has me shorted out, dude.
Yep.
I'm shorted out. Look at my face. That's just me moving my foot. Oh.
You know what they say, short people got no
Go
reason.
back and look at the show after March 6th. I don't know what date that was. For the YouTube show.
Oh, the one after your first
week
surgery.
after
Yeah,
that.
everything was much easier for you.
So if you want to go back to YouTube and watch it, so that would be the 15th of March of this year, 2025. Look at the difference on my face when I moved around or how I moved around.
Yep. He wasn't such a big baby that time.
And then compare it to this. It's not a baby, dude. Fuck off.
I finally got to do one.
God damn, I am in pain. This is bad.
Yes, I could tell.
This is bad.
Well, fortunately for you, we're almost out of time, so you could go back to sleep.
No, I got stuff I got to do.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. All right,
So
so
you go back to work tomorrow?
No, I took. The warning is that since it's my right leg, won't be able to drive as soon. Right?
Yep, that's true. Yeah.
Although I'm out driving already because I'm not on narcotics and I can do a half a mile of walking. But I can't sit in the car that long. I can't sit anywhere that long.
Yes.
I got to move around. But getting up is painful. So.
Yes.
And walking is painful. But I'm doing it. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
You can do it.
So
you can do it all night long.
I will try and do 0.8 miles tomorrow, which I was already up to a mile. But yeah, it's very painful out there. I'm definitely slower. What was your question?
I don't think I had one.
You had one.
I did.
Going back to work. Oh,
Do I?
because
Oh,
I knew
yeah.
it would be. Yeah, see, it was a question. See,
Your
I
vacation,
listened to
yep.
you.
Yep. Yep.
I
I don't listen to myself. What the hell?
Yeah. So I knew it was going to be worse, and they told me, the old surgery is not indicative of new surgery. Things change, stuff like that. Right foot, it's going to take a little bit longer. So I took off till Tuesday and go back to work Wednesday.
There you go.
Yeah.
You'll be better. I have faith.
2 days, I hope so. I hope I can at least stand up and sit down.
Yes.
But the hip itself, no pain at all. Like standing on it and stuff like that, no pain at all.
Yeah, it's the muscles because they have to cut.
The quads are hhurting this time. The whole front of my leg is hurting. The groin is hurting. And there is a spot on my butt that if you take your hand and just press just that much, no pressure, just that much, the pain will drop me to the ground.
Ooh,
it's
that's
right
bad.
behind the incision. So it's obviously they pulled the muscle back because they don't cut anything, but they pulled the muscle back.
Yeah.
And boom. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's almost like you're in India.
And speaking of shit, where the pain is where you sit on a toilet.
Yeah, go figure.
So
You just have to get one of those hemorrhoid rings.
And the weight, no, that's where it hurts.
Yeah, but it's a ring. It makes it softer and squishy.
No, the hemorrhoid protects you from the hemorrhoid area, the center. This is not the center. This is the part that sits on the hemorrhoid ring too.
Yeah,
that hurts.
Well,
So,
I was just thinking instead of a hard toilet seat, at least you got something soft.
Does not help.
Doesn't help.
Already. Got a commode razor. Does not help. If
Bummers.
there's pressure on it, Scott, look at my hand.
I see it.
That much pressure.
Yeah.
You think
All right.
an inflatable balloon could put that much pressure on me? That's
Well,
the pressure. That's the pressure. Like pushing against nothing. That's the pressure.
Yeah.
Here.
Plus,
That's
it's
watch. That's the pressure.
Plus, it's the weight of your upper torso is pushing you down.
Which is more than
that. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Because even though you lost a lot of weight, you still weigh more than your finger.
Yeah, exactly. Any pressure on that point. It is literally a pressure point.
So just remember this, folks. When it's time for you to get body parts replaced, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
No, I still got my nuts. They didn't do that.
That's because you went to a surgeon instead of a veterinarian.
Yeah, you want to be spayed or neutered? Why do you ask that? Well, with all the transsexuals now, you could identify and get spayed or neutered.
Ooh.
No, thank you. Do we want to do another subject or just do the word of the week?
It's up to you.
No, it's up to you.
Well,
I gave the choice to you.
Okay. Well, I think it would be a really good idea to finish the show up so you can go and relax.
Because the next subject's long.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
Definitely a really good idea to do that. We will call it here.
You want to call it here?
Sure.
I've totally frustrated you up to this point already?
No, it's mostly because I've only lost 1.1 degree. It's still 86.7 degrees up
Okay,
here.
do you need me to buy you a window air conditioner or a split unit for up there?
No, I could afford it. I just have to find one because they don't have them in the stores here. You have to order it from online and they ship it to the store.
Okay,
I like walking into a store and looking at something and saying, I like this one. I like this one. I don't like that. When you look on your
you don't
screen,
want to get home and it doesn't work and you don't have it again.
Exactly. So, because I need an 18,000 BTU air conditioning unit. That's not small.
Right.
They're 220s.
So you can't really go to a store pick it. Have you seen these new U-shaped ones?
Yes.
I like those.
Yeah. But
why didn't they design them that way before?
Well, because let's face it, a box
It took all these years and somebody came up with this idea.
Exactly.
Look at that. It just hangs over. It's not going to fall out of the window. It's not the inverted U shape, which is good.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I've seen the other one because you got to be able to pull the upper window down. This one here, you pull the lower window up.
You still pull the upper window down, but you got to make sure that your window distance is far enough out.
Yeah.
But yeah, check that out.
But the other thing is,
I like.
They're like twice as expensive too.
Are they?
Well, yeah. See, I'm looking at this. You're at the smaller unit, 10,000 BTU.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to there. Here we go. Give Amazon a plug. All right, this is how many? 12. When you need 18?
18. Yep.
That's the biggest one they have there. What do you get for around you?
Well, again, it's like through Walmart or Target or something like that. You could order it, or even Lowe's. I think had them, and they range right around $400 to $600 for the size I need.
But that's without being a U-shaped.
Correct. It's just a standard box unit.
12. Okay, I put in 18. Oh no, I put in 12. How about the mini splits? Those are way more expensive than, right?
Yeah. See, my brother wants me to get the heat pump because then you have heat in the winter and air conditioning in the summer.
A mini split will do that. They're heat pumps, but they're $1,000.
Yeah.
I wonder what it costs to ship it to your ground if I bought one here. I'd have to get a good deal. I have to find out what the. But yeah, these mini splits are all heat pumps, and they are awesome. I love mini splits. I would have loved to have designed a house with mini splits. Think about that. The temperature you want in every room of your house.
Yeah, exactly. Because we have our bedroom super cold.
Yeah, but why do you need your whole house super cold?
Exactly. That's one of the things that frustrates me. I'm constantly rearranging register vents around the house depending on what the weather is outside. So what it's doing to the house. You gotta
get robotic ones. They have those, you know that, right?
Well, yeah. You probably manufacture them since you're the head robot.
Yeah. But this is a 3-zone unit. They have up to 7-zone units. So you get 2 of those units and you do your house. That's 12. See, it's already 12.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what was the one with the red dot? Go up a little more.
That one ends?
Yep. Oh, it's an ends.
That's a mini split.
Okay. So that's what I'm probably going to do.
It's only 12.
Yeah. Probably tomorrow I'll order one.
Yeah, all the 18s are close to $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised you never bought one of those earlier. But if you can get the mini split, those are freaking awesome. And you could drill a hole through and put the hose through really easy. So what it is this unit goes outside.
Yes.
And then you run a hose inside. So you still got to pipe this one. You got to get power to it. And then once you get power to it, then you can put it, you got the garage there. So you could put it like somebody got power in the garage.
Yes, I also have power outside the house.
Oh, do you have power outside the house you can plug into?
Yeah, because the hot tub.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact, the air conditioning.
Is it close to where the unit would you have to run the hoses from there to the unit to get to your office?
The current location of my.
Take a picture of your house and give us the address and everything.
Yeah.
Put that online so we can see it.
My window air conditioner is in the back corner here, and the power is right below it on the ground.
Okay. So
it's all right there. Yep. Cool beans?
Yeah, let's see what they got at Home Depot. Boom, boom.
Yeah, they're all the same. Home Depot. Actually, Home Depot had the best price. They beat everybody else by like $40.
Well, if you're going to get it shipped in.
Well, yeah, because it's
you got to get it shipped in.
You've seen all the Walmart commercials. We have 500 million products available now.
Yeah, because they're Walmart Plus, and that's what I told you. They're shipping to everybody.
It's the same thing. It's all these places are doing that too, because you can only have so much stuff in your stores.
Compete. It's the only way you can compete.
Yep.
Why can't I refine the search? Okay, Home Depot, you got a shitty website. I can't refine the search.
That's all right. I'll get it done.
Oh, you know you won't.
Yes, I will, because it's going to get hotter, and so far I'm doing okay, but I am feeling it. The heat makes me drowsy.
Yeah, I know.
So
okay, here's a window air conditioner. It's just $617. Here's a Toshiba, $549. That's pretty cheap.
Yeah,
these are all Home Depot. Pick up nearby. Limited stock in Pecos. You could drive here and get it.
Ooh.
I have it in stock.
Yeah, spend $400 in fuel back and forth. Look at all the money I saved on the air conditioning. Oh crap! $400 extra.
$519 for the one on Windmill. Pick up in store, and you don't have them in stock by you because you're not in the desert, right? That's why they have them in stock here because they know people will buy them.
No, the biggest they have here is 10,000.
Oh, ooh! This is good. 18,000 mini split air conditioner, only 220 volt. That's huge. Only 220. That's $773 at Home Depot. You should look at that one. I know it's more than you want to do, but wow. That's cheap.
Yeah, because part of the problem is it's 1,000 square feet. It's the upper level, and the sun beats on it all day.
Yeah.
So.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, you betcha.
So what is our word of the week?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Steve, I thought that...
You would do a word that has to do with pain?
Well, no, sort of. It has to do with how much it costs to have your hip replaced. And I realized that it was extremely costly. However, it's not necessarily luxurious. And I was thinking, well, what is...
Becoming a robot isn't luxurious?
Well, having a hip replacement's not luxurious. So I said, what's a word that would be... Then I remembered, sumptuous. Because I
thought you were eating the food and going, wow, this is very scrumptious. I went, I wonder what other word sounds like scrumptious.
Ooh. But no, I'm quite familiar with sumptuous. So
how is that? Is that how you sell your Y Drive limo?
No. It's one of the early cooking shows that I watched when my grandmothers were teaching me how to cook. And the lady, and I think it might have been the English lady. What the hell is her name? Famous back in the
English
60s, 67. No, she was older.
Oh, you mean the what's her name? See, this is how you know I'm in pain. I can't think of her name. I know who she is.
Stupid, well-known.
And she speaks in an English language talk like this.
Yes. And she used to say, oh, it looks so sumptuous. She used to say that all the time because it did. It looked so rich and creamy and gooey.
Well, and it means to consume. I mean.
Yep. So I thought that was a really awesome word. It doesn't get used very much
What
anymore,
is her name?
So. Julia Childs.
Julia Childs.
There it is. Yep. Thank you, Jeannie.
Julia. I got it just as everybody else got it. Yeah. Julia.
She said Julia, but then I remembered the whole thing. That was awesome.
No,
it was a team effort. Yay!
I decided to search it because I knew Scott doesn't. He didn't have enough screens to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
she talks. Yes, thank you. This is how you eat the food.
yep. And you know what else is sumptuous?
So you
Our
actually knew the
show.
word from that. That's crazy.
Yes.
It's meant to be
Yep.
enjoyed and consumed. Or consumed or
Just-
enjoyed.
Just like our show.
Yeah. And it's luxurious. Oh my God.
Luxurious.
Can you tell how much pain I'm in? Have you ever heard me misspeak this much?
Yes.
When?
My bachelor party.
I don't think so.
No. I was just like, yeah, it's just child's. Like CHILDS.
Yeah.
No.
Julia Childs.
But anywho's.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Yep.
But yeah, it's luxurious and it's meant to be consumed or enjoyed. And we should be consumed and enjoyed. And
That's
we're very
correct.
Luxurious. That's why we eat these things that smell like hairspray when you open the bag.
There you go. All right,
These
Steve.
things that dissolve in 2 seconds. And these things that you didn't need to wreck the Hershey Kisses and add this. No.
But these things were sumptuous, Steve.
Yeah, so you had some good stuff. So good for you. But with that, I want to say thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
Please subscribe, like, watch our other shows and channels. Share.
Thank
And live
you.
every day, and we'll see you on the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
The pain.
Crazy, and just it remains me.